On to our next performer, shall we?
And I'm going to wait for this man to set up his camera with his very elite tripod, also known as an empty pint glass, that likely contained Guinness right beforehand. So everybody, please put your hands together for another good friend of mine, Sean FitzGerald.
Thank you very much. How's it going, guys? Oh wow, thank you. I haven't even fucking started yet. That's a good start. So yeah, my name's Sean FitzGerald. As the name and accent might give away, I'm from Ireland. And I know straight away that makes, about 40% of the room think this guy's drunk. Other 40% are thinking, I don't fall for racial stereotypes. And the last 40% are thinking, this guy does not know how percentages work. But yeah, being Irish in Belgium, this is not beer. I want you to know that I do not fall into the racial stereotypes. I've actually been sober for quite some time now. And, there was like half my applause there. Thank you. It is an achievement in a way, and I would show you a chip, one of those little thingies, but apparently they don't give them out for 17 hours, so I haven't achieved quite a lot. But also through this healthy living, trying to restrain myself from alcohol, I've also given up smoking. Thank you very much. Nikki's not here anymore, but she was talking about it as well. And it is hard, and a lot of people talk about how hard it is. And I think with enough willpower, enough strength, and you take your time, you can give up smoking. And it is easy if you do it properly. And I know that because in the last year and a half alone, I have given up smoking 17 times. So it's not that hard, people, it just takes some drive. And what you might not know, given my accent and my name and my introduction, is that I'm actually half German. I was born in Germany, raised in Ireland. And the great George Bernard Shaw said that patriotism is the belief that your country is better than all others because you were born there. And I wasn't born in Germany. I was born in Germany. I wasn't born in Ireland, and I'm very proud of being Irish. I have a lot of Irish pride. I'm a little bit more careful about German pride. Last time we got proud, things didn't go so well. Irish people get proud, we have a drunk party. German people get proud, 12 million people died. That's a great party. Afterwards, I got fucked up, some people died. Yeah. But no, and Putin's trying to throw a party now that's not going so well for him. So you gotta be careful with that pride. But, having that German-Irish there's a bit of a conflict within me, The German part of me thinks, it does think, shh. That's right, it's the Germans, they're watching me. Shut the fuck up. Like Michael said, people ask the questions. The German part of me thinks, everything has to be done correctly, perfectly, efficiently, and how it should be done. And the Irish part of me goes, yeah, that's cool. But we can do it tomorrow, yeah? And then, obviously, I moved to Belgium, where nothing gets fucking done right. And good luck fucking get done by tomorrow. That's not fucking happening. And, it makes me think of how the fuck did Belgium come to be a country? You think... You can tell who's been living here a while. You go to a lot of cities throughout Europe, and I've lived in a few different cities in Europe, and it's always the same story. It's, those damn foreigners. The foreigners are ruining the city. They all come in, those migrants, those immigrants, whatever. Belgium is one of the few cities where the foreigners are the only people holding the fucking place together. If you let the locals run the place, Jesus Christ. Brussels has 19 governments. 19! Ireland has 1, we haven't got our shit together. Brussels has 19, and what the rest of Europe is doing is sending all of their politicians to Brussels to be like, this is how you do it, it's not that hard. And Brussels is like, no. 19 governments, this is great. It's like some, early Belgian politicians saw an episode of Power Rangers, and at the end, when all the robots come together and make a big mech and beats the shit out of the dinosaur, some Belgian guy's like, that's how you should run a country. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. 19 to 1. And then the other brothers was like, yeah, that sounds like a sweet idea, but how are we gonna afford it? You know, mechs are expensive. Like, 50% taxes. Okay. Alright, okay, 50% taxes. Surely for that amount of money you're gonna get an efficient, well-run government. No. Alright, okay, so it's not an efficient government, but at least we're gonna make a safe city with a competent police force. No. And it's frustrating for me as an Irish person to see this, because you have these high taxes and you could save a lot of money. Sorry, is there any police in the audience this evening? No? Okay, cool, I can keep using big words. Awesome. So what you could do to reduce the tax amount is, what we did is we got all the police officers and we just replaced them with cardboard cutouts. Like this. We placed them strategically throughout the city, very low cost. It's also environmentally friendly, we'll make them out of recycled cardboard. And they'll be just as effective. If not more so, because at least there are more cardboard cutouts present than there are police in any situation in Brussels ever. And I know you're all thinking, God, have you had some bad experiences with police? I have. But unfortunately my set is only 6 minutes, so I can't go through all that. I'm already being flashed like, Jesus Christ, I have loads left. We're gonna have to wrap this up, we're gonna have to start talking quickly. One sec, more Red Bull. But yes, you did notice I was doing a French accent to represent the Belgian government, and I think that's on purpose. Belgium is a country that is wedged between France and the Dutch, both saying, no, you fucking take it. It's not my fucking problem. It's like two divorced parents with a really bastard child. Just like, no, go to your mom, speak French. And the Dutch are like, we have prostitutes and weed and we ride bikes. Go to the guys that fucking tried to elect a Nazi to president last week. That took a while. Some of my jokes require knowledge. I'm sorry about that. If there's any cops in the audience, it's gonna go way over your head. But you might notice that I've had some problems with Dutch cops. Oh, the drunk Irish guy. Yeah. Why would you have problems? We don't know. But that was basically my set. But what I'm gonna finish up with, because I've run out of time, is I have had a son recently. Thank you very much. I say recently, he's 7. But if I tell you I have a 7-year-old, none of you would clap. So it's a lot easier. Because that is funny, right? Having a son and raising a son are very, very different things. Raising a son takes hard work, effort, concentration, a lot of drive, a shitload of fucking money. Jesus Christ, so much money. But making a child, 2 vodka Red Bulls and a good song when you're But he found out recently that I do stand-up comedy and he loves it, he thinks it's cool. And so he gives me suggestions for jokes. Like last week he asked me, he's like, Dad, do you ever sometimes make up quotes about the philosophical things your son says to present to an audience in a humorous manner? And I said, yes, Pete, I actually do. And as a prime example, this conversation right now is one. And then he suggested a joke to me, and this part is actually true. He told me a joke, and I'm recording myself because I told him I'm going to show him that part of the video. I'm not going to show him the rest of it, obviously. And the joke is this. Why did the turtle cross the road? Why? He didn't, because turtles are slow and cars are fast. Wake up, people! Thank you very much.
All right, give it up for Sean FitzGerald! All right, I see some people are already maybe standing up to leave, but the show isn't over.